Yo, fuck it, bro. Let's just watch the debate, bro. Let's see what this is. I heard that this whole thing was just a BS fest, and from the video that Keon sent earlier, I am very scared. I haven't watched the debate yet, so I don't know what to expect. But yeah, well, let's see.
We're live from Georgia, a key battle.
We may not watch the whole thing. We might finish it next stream just so we can get to some gaming.
Current U.S. president.
CNN Max, and CNN Espanol. This is a pivotal moment between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump in their rematch for the nation's highest office. Each will make his case to the American people with just over 4 months until Election Day.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
Dana Bash, anchor of CNN's Inside Politics and co-anchor of State of the Union.
I'm Jake Tapper, anchor of CNN's The Lead and co-anchor of State of the Union. Dana and I will co-moderate this evening. Our job is to facilitate a debate between the two candidates tonight. Before we introduce them, we want to...
There's a lot of fluff, bro. Hold on.
His opponent's microphone will be turned off. Should a candidate interrupt when his microphone is muted, he will be difficult.
What do you say to voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President
Why does
Trump?
Joe look high as fuck? This nigga pulled up smoking shrooms, bro. Yeah, no, I'm gonna skip. What, like, obviously, like, when shit just gets a little stale, I'm like gonna skip through. But off rip, Joe looks fucking cooked. Look at this nigga, bro. He looks like he just like smoked the craziest J of his life.
They are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump.
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled.
Whoa, frozen.
Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm. You'll be all right.
What? Joe, what are we talking about?
Just inject a little bleach into your arm. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm. You'll be all right.
A little bleach in your arm, okay.
There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do is try to put things back together again. And that's exactly what we began to do. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought on the position where we have 800,000.
Joe has to be high, right? Like, Joe Biden has to be, like, high right now, right?
Jobs.
Like, kind of look at how he's talking.
There's more to be done. Working class people are still in trouble. I come from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I come of a household where the kitchen table, if the things weren't able to be met during the month, it was a
Hey, bro, I know that struggle, bro.
Price
Like, my
of
parents
things-
always made sure make the child a little small, make the child smaller. Oh, nigga told me to make the chat smaller, bro. Yo, you want me to do all this shit on stream, bro? I have this shit locked. Hold on. I can make the chat a little bit smaller. Oh, there we go. Joe Biden. Is that better? How's that looking? Is that too small? That's what she said? Yeah. Nah, too small. There's no such thing as too small, bro. 2 inches is just good. Nah, bro. You see, this is the late night bullshit that happens, bro. You get me on here late night, I start talking crazy.
Gas, the price of housing, the price of a whole range of things. That's why I'm working so hard to make sure I deal with those problems. And we're going to make sure that we reduce the price of housing.
Yeah, Joe.
We're going to make sure we
Gang.
2 million new units. We're going to make sure we cap rents so corporate greed can't take over. The combination
Corporate greed.
that was left with in corporate greed is the reason why we're in this problem right now. In addition to that, we're in a situation where if you take a look at all that was done in his administration, he didn't do much at all. By the time he left, things were in chaos, literally chaos. And so we put things back together. We created, I said, those jobs. We make sure we had a situation where we brought down the price of prescription
That
drugs.
nigga is high as shit.
For many people, to $15
gotta be.
for a insulin
If they ain't
shot,
be like, yo, drug tests just came back,
$400.
Joe Biden was
Senior
off
has
the
to pay
czar,
more than
I would not be
$200
surprised.
for any drug, all the drugs they can include beginning next year. And the situation is and we're going to make that available to everybody, to all Americans. So we're working to bring down the price of around the kitchen table, and that's what we're going to get done.
Thank you,
No,
President.
I know y'all saw that. I know
We
you
have
see
the
that.
greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID, and when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. By the time we finished, so we did
Low
a
key,
great
the
job.
world's
We got a lot
lucky
of
headed
credit
to
for
that,
the
bro. I'm not
economy,
gonna
a lot
hold
of
you.
credit for the military, and no wars and so many other things. Everything was rocking good. But the thing we never got the credit for, and we should have, is getting us out of that COVID mess. He created mandates that was a disaster for our country. But other than that, we had given them back a country where the stock market actually was higher than pre-COVID, and nobody thought that was even possible. The only jobs he created are for illegal immigrants and bounce back jobs, a bounce back from COVID.
Respectfully, bro. What's the beef with illegal immigrants, bro? Like, some niggas are just fleeing their country just to get a better spot, bro. Another crash is predicted. Yeah, like, it's like, whether you guys like it or not, people are gonna be cooked. Some people might not make it, bro. Like, so the spiritual niggas are talking about, yo, some of y'all niggas are not gonna some of y'all niggas, I'm cooked. Spiritual niggas was like, yo, some of you niggas is not gonna make it, bro. And he's not lying, bro. Job, like, as someone who is actively entering the workforce as a college student, I feel like this, like, if anyone is more informed about the state of the economy and the job situation, is someone who is actively in college at a college that promotes co-op, or that promotes, like, getting jobs and shit right there, right? It is so ass. So many people that I know are struggling to get jobs. Like, it is insane. Companies don't want to hire because they have to pay people more. More people they hire means more money they have to pay. And some companies just don't have the bread to hire more people. It's just a whole shit show, bro.
This
crash is about to be like insane. I hope I'm wrong though. I don't want to be right about this shit.
Thank you, President Biden.
Things like this I never want to be
Philip,
right
the
about.
greatest economy
I'm
in the
hoping
world.
I'm
He's
just
the only one
wrong
who
about
thinks
it.
that, I think. I don't know anybody else who thinks he's the greatest economy in the world. And, you know, the fact of the matter is that we found ourselves in a situation where
This nigga is reading a response off the paper, bro. So this nigga had his Mangekyo on lock, bro. Did he just know that he was about to just say some shit to him? Like, nigga, and this nigga just like fucking unlocked, bro. His Mangekyo Sharingan just activated, bro. He knew that Trump was about to say some shit like this.
his economy, he rewarded the wealthy. He had the largest tax cut in American history, $2 trillion. He raised a deficit larger than any president has in any one term. He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who's lost more jobs than he had when he began, since Herbert Hoover. The idea that he did something that was significant, and the military, you know.
Yo, Trump, start mogging. Imagine Trump starts mogging in here, bro. That'd be kind of funny.
About that. When he was
low key, bro. Shit might be scripted, bro. But I'm saying, that's why I said these debates don't fucking matter. That's why I didn't watch it when it was live. It's like, I'm telling you, bro, the next president might have already been decided, respectfully. Like, niggas might already know, like, the niggas who run everything might already know who the fucking next president is, bro. It's just useless. It's just a bunch of useless bullshit. But hey, it's entertainment, bro. At the end of the day, though, like, niggas. I know a bunch of niggas that like literally got drunk to watch a debate.
This decade, that none any troops.
I gotta hand it to niggas, bro. It's a good distraction, bro.
President Trump, I want to follow up if I can.
Am I allowed to respond to him?
Well, I'm going to ask you a follow-up. You can do whatever.
Am I allowed to respond to him as well?
I want to follow up. You want to impose a 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S.
What?
How will you ensure that?
How am I going to get my Nigerian spices, bro? What the fuck?
It's just going to cost countries that have
Like,
been
I'm
ripping
poor,
us off
bro.
for years, like China and many others. In all fairness to China, it's going to just force them to pay us a lot of money, reduce our deficit tremendously, and give us a lot of power for other things. But he made a statement. The only thing he was right about is I gave you the largest tax cut in history. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs. And the jobs went down, and then they bounced back, and he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9% inflation. Now, he inherited almost no inflation, and it stayed that way for 14 months. And then it blew up under his leadership because they spent money like a bunch of people that didn't know what they were doing, and they don't know what they were doing. It was the worst, probably the worst administration in history. There's never been. And as far as Afghanistan is concerned, I was getting out of Afghanistan, but we were getting out with dignity, with strength, with power. He got out. It was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
President Trump, over the last 8 years, under both of your administrations, the national debt soared to record highs. And according to a new nonpartisan analysis, President Trump, your administration approved $8.4 trillion in new debt, while so far, President Biden, you've approved $4.3 trillion in new debt. So, former President Trump, many of the tax cuts that you signed into law are set to expire next year. You want to extend them and go even further, you say. With the U.S. facing trillion-dollar deficits and record debt, why should top earners and corporations pay even less in taxes than they do now?
Because the tax cuts spurred the greatest economy that we've ever seen just prior to COVID. And even after COVID, it was so strong that we were able to get through COVID much better than just about taxes. As an example, the corporate tax was cut down to 21% from 39%, plus beyond that. We took in more revenue with much less tax.
See, this is just
and
like,
companies were
this is
bringing back
bullshit. Like, respectfully, like, they're actually, like, talking about some shit. I'm just gonna skip forward a little bit, but, like, as a regular American, most people don't actually know what he's talking about, like, what he's actually doing. Like, he is explaining what he is doing or is planning to do, but that doesn't matter to me. That, like, I don't care. Like, what are you gonna do to help people who can't get jobs? Like, how are you going to create more jobs? You're saying a bunch of stuff that sounds really smart, and maybe I'm just ignorant. Yo, if someone wants to enlighten me, please, my DMs are fucking open. I love to learn. I love learning so much, it's insane. It's fucking crack. I love learning shit, bro. If niggas want to correct me, you can. Maybe he is trying to explain, but from what I'm gathering, it doesn't apply to me as an African American man.
them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security. These millions and millions of people coming in, they're trying to put them on Social Security. He will wipe out Social Security. He will wipe out Medicare. So he was right in the way he finished that sentence. And it's a shame. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people, they cannot believe what happened to the United States of America.
Yeah, this place has gone so ass.
They don't like us.
Well, I was lagging for a second. But yeah, bro, like, really think about it. For the last few years, bro, U.S. has been on the... Niggas, that's what I feel like. Like, bro, do any of y'all know that, like, I don't, like, Russia, I don't know if I can, like, speak on this, like, too crazy, so I'll, like, just keep it brief. But... Do you know they recognize the United States as an enemy state, right? Like, like, they have actually referred to us, United States, I'm saying us, but them, United States, as an enemy state. Like, it's a little bit crazy, like, and this is a nuclear power. Like, this is a country who has the ability to wipe out cities. But no one seems to find that alarming.
We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid.
I'm not here to
very stupid
scare
people.
niggas. I'm just here to
for other countries, and they do nothing for us. What this man
when shit hits the fan, I'm gone.
Absolutely criminal.
I'll be streaming in Nigeria, bro.
Thank
My
you, President Trump.
McDick's Wi-Fi,
this is
bro.
the first presidential election since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This morning, the court ruled on yet another abortion case, temporarily allowing emergency abortions to continue in Idaho, despite that state's restrictive ban. Former President Trump, you take credit for the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which returned the issue of abortion to the states.
Correct.
However, the federal government still plays a role in whether or not women have access to abortion pills. They're used in about 2/3 of all abortions. As president, would you block abortion medication?
First of all, the Supreme Court just approved the abortion pill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it. And if you look at this whole question that you're asking, I think it's important to believe in the exceptions. Some people, you have to follow your heart. Some people don't believe in that. but I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important. Some people don't. Follow your heart, but you have to get elected also, and because that has to do with other things. You got to get elected. The problem they have is they're radical because they will take the life of a child in the 8th month, the 9th month, and even after birth. After birth, if you look at the former governor of Virginia, he was willing to do this. He said, we'll put the baby aside and we'll determine what we do with the baby, meaning we'll kill the baby. What happened is we brought it back to the states, and the country is now coming together on this issue. It's been a great thing.
Thank you. President Biden?
It's been a terrible thing.
Damn. Nigga said it, yo. Damn. Nigga said it's been a terrible thing. Let's hear it, Joe. Hi, out, Joe. What's the vibes? Why don't you like
the
this?
vast majority of constitutional scholars supported Roe when it was decided. Supported Roe. And that's this idea that they're all against it is just ridiculous. And this is the guy who says the state should be able to have it. We're in a state where in 6 weeks, you don't even know whether you're pregnant or not, but you cannot see a doctor, and have him decide on what your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this is a little like saying we're going to turn civil rights back to the states. Let each state have a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in, they talk about that. But here's the deal. There's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their
God damn it, bro! These niggas are talking
brothers and sisters. It's just ridiculous.
I'm saying Biden is just like something is. Yo, did they drug this man?
There have been many young
Why they cut him off?
Murdered.
He looks
by
so
the same
tight.
People he allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. Considered the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. And he opened it up, and these killers are coming into our country, and they are raping and killing women. And it's a terrible thing. As far as
Why do I
abortion,
feel like he said this shit before, bro? I think this nigga took his speech from his debate like a few years ago and just like reused it. I swear to God, SM, if you can find a clip of this nigga saying those exact words before, please, I need that. Just for my own sanity, because I feel like I've heard this nigga say those exact same shits before. You don't obviously have to do it, but I deadass think he has said this shit before.
In many cases, it's frankly
not like
very
that
liberal
important, but
decision.
just something I
In many
noticed.
cases,
It's like deja vu moment.
But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted, including the founders, if they knew about this issue, which frankly they didn't. But they would have. Everybody wanted brought back. Ronald Reagan wanted it brought back.
But Reagan was the devil, bro. So that's not a good example, again.
And many presidents had tried to get it back. I was the one to do it.
Yo, if
And
Reagan
again,
is this nigga's idol, I don't know if he can become president, bro.
Gives it the vote of the.
Reagan is literally one of the reasons why people like me suffer and struggle through society a lot, like all the time. No, yes. What did I say? Yo, SM the God, bro. He actually pulled through. Yes, this nigga said this before. Yeah, I know. He said these exact same words, like legit. I might agree to YouTube's term and policies. Yo, YouTube, suck my. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yo, real quick before we just a little pause. I just had to like really lock into. Oh.
Say one thing about Donald Trump, he sure has people talking.
What are these recommendeds, bro? What the
many people
fuck?
with his remarks about Mexican immigrants.
Mass man
Bringing
gets shot
drugs.
while trying to
They're
carjack.
bringing crime. They're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
How can you succeed when you say things like that?
Well, you can't, again, Gail, if the question is how can you become president, you can't by saying things like that.
It was
On
9
Fox
years
and
ago.
Friends today, Trump spoke about the controversy.
Are you concerned about alienating the Hispanic vote by saying that Mexico is not our friend and we're building a wall?
If it's good for me or bad for me, I don't think of that. I think of saying the right thing. And people have to be alerted to the fact that we are getting some really bad characters coming into this country.
He was also asked about his stunning comment yesterday that he wanted Oprah as his running mate.
I do it kiddingly. All of a sudden they're saying, oh, Donald wants Oprah. Give me a break.
According to a new poll in the crucial state of Iowa,
This whole shit is
55
just like, I think this whole presidential shit's such like a public stunt. That's how, like a I can't talk. This is just like a this made me think of that, like this publicity stunt shit. Like niggas is trying to generate a hype. But I'm not gonna watch this whole video because we have an hour to get through. I don't even know if we're gonna watch the full hour, respectfully, but because I still want to get to the game and I still want to like not be dead tomorrow. I gotta get a haircut from me. That look crazy.
Wanted it that way.
Staying on the topic of abortion, President Biden, 7 states, I'll let you do that. This is the same topic. 7 states have no legal restrictions on how far into a pregnancy a woman can obtain an abortion. Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate a pregnancy?
I supported Roe v. Wade, which had 3 trimesters. The first time is between the woman and the doctor. Second time is between the doctor and an extreme situation.
Look for the timestamps. Yeah, here we can go back. I exited out. Bro, nigga, can you just stop? Thank you. Timestamps in the okay, we can look at timestamps. He said illegal immigrants. He was correct 4 months ago. Look who was right in the end. Damn, niggas are coming back to this. I'll never understand why it didn't end here. It's sad that they're putting his speech out of context and not adding the part where he said Mexico isn't bringing their best. Donald Trump has Mexicans doing his yard work, roofing probably. Now that is true. A lot of nigga shit does get taken out of context. I'm not feeling any remorse for Trump, but I'm just saying that's something that could 100% happen.
How can you succeed when you say things like that?
Well,
Bro, the chat, the fucking comments were not helpful, man.
Literally foaming at the mouth.
This will be the finest, most luxurious gold-plated, diamond-encrusted apprentice premieres.
Bush.
He's weak on immigration. He's in favor of Common Core. How the hell can you vote for this guy?
Bush.
This whole presidential shit is crazy. I feel so annoyed that I'm also just feeding into it more because I'm like watching it. I tell myself I don't want to look at shit like this, but it's interesting.
Between the woman and the state.
Oh, this nigga said debate video. Bro, this nigga called me a bot, but like, come on, you're supposed to be more specific with it, bro. The bravest thing has ever done is leave the comments open. Facts. They should have stopped the comments from happening, bro. Yo, this comment right here, bro. He is not fit to lead, bro. Like at all. But Trump isn't either. Oh, here we go. Bro, can someone just clap it up for this nigga right here, bro? This nigga gave a whole timestamp of everything, bro. All right, let's just like lock into this. Roe v. Wade, that's what we're looking at right now. Immigration, border security, foreign policy, Middle East. I actually want to hear about that, low-key.
Topic of foreign policy. I want to begin with Russia's war against Ukraine, which is now in its 3rd year. Former
It's
President
crazy.
Trump,
It's been 3 years since the initial war started. You believe how time flies?
If Russia keeps the Ukrainian territory it has already claimed, and Ukraine abandons its bid to join NATO.
I really don't know what he said at the end of this.
Families were separated.
I see it.
We find ourselves. He'll sign it.
Thank you.
Let's turn now to the issue of immigration and border security. President Biden,
Trump tried to talk, bro. Like, yo.
have illegally crossed the southern border on your watch. Overwhelming border states and overburdening cities such as New York and Chicago, and in some cases causing real safety and security concerns. Given that, why should voters trust you to solve this crisis?
Because we worked very hard to get a bipartisan agreement that not only changed all of that, it made sure that we are in a situation where you had no circumstance where they could come across the border with the number of border police there are now. We significantly increased the number of asylum officers. By the way, the Border Patrol endorsed my position.
This nigga's losing the plot.
We find ourselves in a situation where
he's just mumbling.
He was separating babies from their mothers, putting them in cages, making sure.
That's looking how I be talking sometimes, bro. Like,
that's not the right.
It's either this nigga is tired, he's been up for like hours, or he's crazy. And me, I talk like that sometimes when I'm like so fucking like tired. I had a long ass day. I just start talking rubbish, bro. Niggas like, yo, Moody, what are you talking about? I'm like, nigga, I'm just yapping. like I'm a yapper, bro. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. Like the one thing as a yapper I can appreciate is that when I'm yapping, bro. Okay, this nigga is blabbling, bro. It's babbling, bro. He is waffling. I'm not a professional waffler. I be yapping, yes, as you guys can already tell. But I'm not a waffler. This nigga is waffling, baffling, and yapping at all 3 intervals, bro. And Joe needs a break. This nigga needs to be relieved from office. I don't know. He needs something, bro.
I've changed the law.
He's not making any sense.
I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border legally.
Fucking bitch ass nigga. Yeah, cook, fuck boy. It was my fault, bro. There's a whole mosquito just like flying, and nigga got cooked on set. That's on the dead lokes, bitch. Fuck you, bro. Nigga thought he was about to just cook.
And I'm gonna.
I was watching that nigga for like 10 minutes, bro. I was like, yeah, fly near me and watch this. Now he's pushing up daisies with God.
Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he.
I get so distracted.
Now you're in a situation where
ADHD is a hell of a thing, ain't it?
The border legally. Now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border legally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol.
Yo, Joe.
Asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had this.
He's so hurt. This nigga's so hurt. He's like, yeah, this nigga is hurt.
Safest border in the history of our country. The border. All he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it. He decided to open up our border, open up our country to.
He's sad, bro. He's tight.
People that were
facts. This right here, Trump starts speaking. This is actually Biden right here. He just starts fucking.
Terrorists all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere, all over the world. They're pouring in, and this guy just
people outside our country can see it for what it is, bro. Why can't we?
Legislation. I said close the border. We had the safest border in history.
Again, I'm gonna say it for people in the back, bro. People in other countries,
according to Border Patrol,
see this for what it is.
By the way, who
why can't we?
For president, but I won't say that. But they endorsed me for president. Brandon, just speak to him. But look, we had the safest border in history.
That's what this is sounding like.
Border in history. There's never been anything like it. And people are dying all over the place.
10 push-ups minimum to be in office. Yo, word. I got you, bro. Bro said 10 push-ups, bro. I'm about to be in office for real quick, bro.
Is one who came along.
Hold on. Nigga said 10 push-ups to be in office, bro. I got it, bro. I'm about to do some diamond push-ups, bro. He said 10 to be in office. He said 10. If y'all can see me. Yo. Chill out. Yo, put me in office, bro. You know what I'll do? Yo, facts. You know what I'll do in presidential, bro? I'll decriminalize weed. I would fund all the impoverished communities. And that's a fact, because places like Detroit get no fucking money. And you can't tell me that they do.
American soldiers. Kill 3 American soldiers. That's the only terrorist that's there. I'm not saying that no terrorist ever got through, but the idea they're emptying their prisons, we're welcoming these people. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating.
I was not paying attention.
President Trump, staying on the topic of immigration.
It's late. I hit chest today.
The largest domestic deportation
it's hot
operation
as fuck in
American
here.
History, unquote.
I'm going through it.
Does that mean that you will deport every undocumented immigrant in America, including those who have jobs, including those whose spouses are citizens, and including those who have lived here for decades? And if so, how will you do it?
Just 1 second. He said we killed 3 people. The people we killed are 21. Let's not act like.
Oh wait, it sounds like it got spicy over here. Hold on.
He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test. And you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced him. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House doctor. And then I took another one, a similar one. And one of them said they've never seen anybody ace him.
Thank you. President Biden?
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds, or 235 pounds.
Yo, is it good?
6'4", 200. So anyway, that's what you're.
Yo, I feel like it's like it feels way better now.
Take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was.
Yo, look at that. Yo. Oh wait, let me chill out.
And but by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag.
Damn.
Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Mm-hmm.
But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn.
Let's not.
8 handicap. I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him.
These niggas are not even talking about the state of the United States anymore, bro. He's talking about golfing, bro.
And by the
What
way,
is this, bro?
I told you
I'm so
before,
happy I did not sit here. I'm happy I did not waste. I gotta go full screen for this. I am so fucking happy that whenever this shit happened, what was this, like 2 days ago? Let's see. June 27th. I'm happy on June 27th. So approximately 3 days ago, I am so fucking happy that I did not waste an hour and 40 minutes watching these two buffoons argue about bullshit, bro. What are you guys gonna do about the Ukraine war? What are you guys gonna do about Russia naming us an enemy to their state? What are you gonna do to help millions of 20-plus-year-olds that are looking for jobs that can't get jobs because there is no sense of job security anymore? I didn't hear anything like that. Nothing that applies to me, nothing that's going to help me, my friends, my family, nothing. So I don't know what this shit is, but fuck sucks.
If you carry your own bag, think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8
That's a mug, yeah, real quick.
8.
Sorry, that was mad cringe. That was mad cringe.
I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn
Let's not act like children.
You
to
are
a
a child.
specific concern
You are a child.
that voters have about you. Will you pledge tonight that once all legal challenges have been exhausted, that you will accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins, and you will say right now that political violence in any form is unacceptable?
Well, I shouldn't have to say that, but of course I believe that. It's totally unacceptable. And if you would see my statements that I made on Twitter at the time, and also my statement that I made in the Rose Garden, you would say it's one of the strongest statements you've ever seen. In addition to the speech I made in front of, I believe,
so
the largest
great.
crowd I've ever spoken to, and I will
I'm
tell
the
you,
greatest man
nobody
to
ever talks
exist.
about
That's
that.
what
They
I'm
talk
hearing from
about
Trump.
a
He just got
relatively
such a
small
like
number
a
of people that went to the
wild
Capitol.
like
And in many
complex,
cases
bro.
were
It's not
ushered
even
in
a
by the
god
police.
complex. I don't
And
even know what
Nancy
you call
Pelosi
that,
said
honestly.
It was her responsibility, not mine. She said that loud and clear. But the answer is,
Dude, I'm supposed to be
if the election is fair,
sleeping,
free,
bro.
and I want that more than anybody. And I'll tell you something. I wish he was a great president, because I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be at one of my many places enjoying myself. I wouldn't be under indictment because I wouldn't have been his political opponent. Because
Yeah,
he
bro.
indicted me because I was his opponent. I wish he was a great president. I would rather have that. I wouldn't be here. I don't mind being here. But the only reason I'm here is he's so bad as a president that I'm going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again. We're a failing nation right now. We're a
Oh,
seriously
facts.
failing nation.
At least he knows this country is cooked. I'm not saying, don't take this as like, oh, I'm leaning any way politically, because niggas said, is that a word? Bro, honestly, bro, Trump is in his ego bag, and this nigga's looking for some Robitussin, bro. He's trying to go sleep. He looked like he just came off from drinking lean, bro. Nigga just smoked some grade A Cali Zaw and drank the craziest purple drink of his life. That nigga is moving Milwaukee, but this nigga, he knows, at least he like understands that this country is genuinely cooked. Like, the people don't care about the election; they take it as a joke.
And we're a failing nation because of him. His policies are so bad. His
Relevant?
military
Word.
policies are insane. They're insane. These are wars that will never end with him. He will drive us.
How about
into
if I pull
World
up on
War
stream
III,
tomorrow
and
with
we're
like
closer to
pajamas and
World
like
War
a
III
like a hard
than
hat,
anybody
bro?
can imagine.
That'd be
We are
kinda
very,
funny.
very close to World War III, and he's driving us there. And
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un and President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want a World War III, let him follow and win, and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO. Just do what you want. There's a thing called Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all, and required response. The idea, I can't think of a single major leader in the world who wouldn't trade places with the job I've done and what they've done. Because we are a powerful nation. We have wonderful people. It's because of the people, not me. It's because of the
We
American
suck.
people.
I'm sorry.
They're capable.
Nigga said we have a powerful nation because of the people. Yo, let me show you what the people are doing right now, bro. Hold on, we're finna lock in, bro. Let's see what the American people he's talking about are doing. Jason Derulo is pathetic, bro. I let Spotify autoplay 1,000 songs. Predator comes to meet young girl instead. Oh, whoa. Comes to meet young girl, meets Santa Claus instead. Sorry, bro. I found the ultimate alpha male. We got a picture of Violet Myers right here. Dr. Diddy right here. The Dr. Diddy. Speed pretends he can talk Arabic. This is the wonderful people he's talking about, bro. Kodak Black celebrates his birthday with Fox 26. I can't talk, dude. Leave me alone. It's like 3-something a.m., bro. I'm like, that shotgun Celsius I did at the beginning of the stream is like starting to get out of my system, bro. You're a man child, harsh truth. Let's talk. You know, let's check. But yeah, bro. That nigga does not know what he's talking about. It is scary. These are the most powerful people, bro. These are people who like have the nuclear codes, who can like level cities, destroy countries, and they have this power, and this is the people that are using it. Or maybe, who knows, maybe these are not even like, honestly, bro, at this point, if there's like a secret thing that's like controlling these niggas, that are like keeping them in check, not keeping them in check, but like not allowing them to just be willy-nilly, bro. But low-key, it kind of just looks like Joe Biden has just been like having fun with this presidential shit, bro. And that's not a good thing.
Of anything, they step up when they're needed.
Like, look at him,
And
bro.
Right now, we're needed. We're needed to protect the world because they don't say,
Respectfully, people are gonna come at me for this, and I don't care because I don't have any love for this country. People are like, but it's a place where you live in, and I agree. But this country will never ever protect my ideals or the best interests of my people. And when I say my people, I mean the Black community. I mean African Americans, Africans who are American born, second, first generation. They don't care. And it's just plain blank simple. I'm not gonna die for a country that like would not at least live up to that same sentiment to my people. My people just being Black people in general, and not even just that. I don't even want to make it like a race thing. Like, just to like the common person, bro. Like, it sucks. It genuinely sucks. And I'm saying Black people too, because like where I live, like it's hard. I see people struggling all the time, and it's always like a certain group of people who it is always struggling. And I'm just like, why is that? And obviously there's a lot of contingencies, a lot of shit that goes into it, and we're not going to get into that because this video is already long enough. But basically the point I'm trying to make is that this is a country that like I don't think that like really cares about a lot of its people. And it sucks to say that. But as someone who's a 21-year-old citizen of this country who's lived here his entire life, that is how I feel. And I think many other citizens and many other people in my situation probably feel the same way too.
Is at stake. And again, you want to have a war, just let Putin go ahead and take Kyiv, make sure they move on, see what happens in Poland, Hungary, and other places along that border. Then you have a war.
President Trump, as I come back to you for a follow-up, the question was, will you accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins?
Just to finish what he said, if I might, Russia, they took a lot of land from Bush. They took a lot of land from Obama and Biden. They took no land, nothing from Trump, nothing. He knew not to do it. He's not going to play games with me. He knew that. I got along with him very well, but he knew not to play games. He took nothing from me. But now he's going to take the whole thing from this man right here. That's a war that should have never started. It would have never started ever with me. And he's going to take Ukraine. And, you know, you asked me a question before, would you do this? He's got us in such a bad position right now with Ukraine and Russia.
That was really, that emoji he looks like that.
War. He said, I will never settle until such time. They're running out of people. They're running out of soldiers. They've lost so many people. It's so sad.
It's a dying, like, the war in Ukraine is so sad, bro. Because everyone, you want Ukraine to win because they don't deserve to get their land, like, usurped from them. But they don't have the manpower. They don't have the power that Russia has. Like, that's a global nuclear power, bro. That is a top-notch country. Like, you have like your B rank countries, you got your A ranks, you got your S rank. Like, Russia's an S rank country. Like, you can't fuck with these niggas. The US was an S rank, but they low key they getting bumped down to A rank. I can't lie. Like, these niggas is work up. Like, niggas don't respect us. I don't like any. Bro, I went outside of the country for spring break, and it was hard to be American in anywhere outside of America because they just look at you like a piece of meat, bro. Like, you're just a dumbass nigga. And it may be because I'm black. Europe, Italy don't like niggas. It's okay. I'm not new to this shit. But it's just like insane. Like, just off basis. Like, oh, you're American? Get a load of this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's sick, but that's just what it is.
They've lost so many people, and they've lost those gorgeous cities.
But yeah, no, Ukraine is, they're just fighting a losing war. They're just prolonging, and it sucks to say it. I hope they win, genuinely, but in the reality of it, bro, like, sometimes the force of good is not always the thing that wins in the end. It sucks, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
President Trump, the question was, will you accept the results of the election, regardless of who wins? Yes or no, please.
If it's a fair and legal and good election, absolutely. I would have much rather accepted these, but the fraud and everything else was ridiculous. And if you want, we'll have a news conference on it in a week, or we'll have another one of these in a week. But I will absolutely, there's nothing I'd rather do. It would be much easier for me to do that than I'm running again. I wasn't really going to run until I saw the horrible job he did. He's destroying our country. I would be very happy to be someplace else, in a nice location someplace. And again, no indictments, no political.
Yo, take me to Brazil,
because it's
bro.
the only way
I'm trying to get lit in the clubs.
Unfortunately, it's
Brazilian music goes crazy.
Driven up to a very high level because the people understand it.
Well, let's see what your numbers are when this election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner. When you lost the first time, you continued, you appealed and appealed to courts all across the country. Not one single court in America
Joe's talking with authority
said any
now.
of your claims had any merit, state or local, none. But you continue to provoke this lie about somehow there's all this misrepresentation, all this stealing. There is no evidence of that at all. And I tell you what, I doubt whether you'll accept it because you're such a whiner. The idea, if you lose again, you accepting anything, you can't stand the loss. Something snapped in you.
The famous Trump face, though.
We'll be right back with more.
Yeah, get me out of here, bro. long story short, this country is cooked. I'm not watching anymore. That to me honestly feels like brain rot. Like I know like the whole TikTok shit, but that is just like an hour and 20 minutes of just like straight bullshit. And there's probably people, but like the thing is, there probably was good points that were said, but nobody has talked about it. The entire consensus of this presidential debate was just like, this was just actual bullshit. Like nothing productive came out of this, which is so alarming that these are the two candidates to be arguably in one of the most powerful positions in the world. People can get mad at me for saying I wouldn't fight for America, bro. I like don't care. I really don't care. Like if it's a like fight for my family and shit like that, I mean shit. If anything happens, but my family, they're just going back to Nigeria. We got nice accommodations over here. We set. We good. We're all good. But me, I don't want to lay my life down for a country that genuinely would toss me out the front window without a second thought. Okay. Not being morbid, bro. We actually got games to play.